and we require you to report your data to us every year. So I am just going to go quickly through some of the main points about the system this year, and then we will actually walk step by step through the website and kind of explain to you guys how the process works. So let's see. Oh, and by the way, if you're here and you were here last year, I'm pretty much just repeating what I said last year. So if you're here to learn something new that you didn't know last year, we haven't made any big changes to the portal this year. So I just wanted to give you a heads up before I start talking. All right, so here is a lovely picture of our data reporting team. We've grown a little bit. I'm sure you may talk to one of us at one point or another. We've got Barbara here on the left, Stacy, there's me in the middle in the pink, and Darlene next to me. And in the back, we've got Randy, Chris, Dave, and Tarya. So we are your crack team of data report help this year. So hopefully we will be able to get through this with all of you as easy as possible. It's our goal always to try to make this process as easy as possible, and I know it's not always easy, so that's why we're having this webinar. So hopefully this will help you guys if you need help figuring out how to do it. So what is the Student Data Portal? It is a secure online system that we launched 5 years ago. We just want you to know that all of the information that you are sending into us is totally safe and private, which is why we have you update it into our student data portal instead of like emailing it to us, which is totally not safe and won't protect your data. So that's why we have this portal. And like I said before, we're consistently trying to improve the portal and make it as easy as possible for you guys. So we will be sending out a survey at probably after I do the second webinar in a couple of weeks, just to get some feedback on the webinar if there's anything that I missed that you'd like to hear more about. And we'll also send out another survey after data reporting is over this year so that we can try to help figure out some ways to improve it even more. So the portal opens this year next week, Wednesday on September 6th. So we really encourage you to start reporting your data as soon as possible. As I'm sure you know from reporting before, or maybe you don't if you're new, there are some things you can run into that can sort of slow you down. And so if you wait till the last possible second, you might have some serious issues. And also, hopefully you've been collecting your student information, but if not, you'll want to do that ASAP as well. And the portal will be open for 7 weeks this year, and we will close the portal on Friday, October 28th. Oh, sorry, October? That's not the right day. It should be Wednesday, October 25th, not Friday. My apologies. So Wednesday, October 25th is when it closes. Okay. Let's see. Oh, you must report your data to us. So if you don't report, just know that if you have a renewal coming up soon, it may also hold you up in renewing your license if you're one of our private career schools. So please do report your data by Wednesday, October 25th. Okay, so which programs must be reported? If you are a private career school, you have to report all programs to us. If you are a community and technical college, you have to report any non-credit certificate program that you would like to be evaluated for our eligible training provider list. If you're a public four-year college, we also would like you to submit data for any non-credit certificate program that you'd like evaluated for our ETP list. And if you are a private four-year college, you must submit to us all programs on the ETP list. The community and technical colleges and public four-year colleges, we get the rest of your data from elsewhere, so that's why you only need to report your non-credit certificate programs. Okay, so what students must be reported? So you have to report to us all students that were enrolled between July 1st, 2016 and June 30th, 2017. That also includes private pay students, not only students who are funded from WorkSource. We get that question a lot, so just to repeat, you must include all students, including the private pay ones, not just the WorkSource people. The only students that you don't need to report are students that are 100% funded by their employers. So I don't think you guys will run into too much of that. So please report all of your students. And then just a quick note about why this data makes a difference. So every year, the Workforce Board evaluates the performance of career-focused education and training programs in Washington. And we provide the performance results on employment, earnings, and completion rates on our CareerBridge website. And so students and parents and teachers and other people who are looking to find an education program can go look at our CareerBridge website and look at the results from your programs and see which program would be the best fit for them. And then also, as we're also regulators of the private career schools, we evaluate their performance as a whole through our workforce training results report. And we provide that report to legislators and policymakers. And so we need your data to be able to let them know what is going on with private career schools. So that is why we collect your data. And then just one thing that you need to know up front, before you begin reporting your data, you must update your CareerBridge programs. What we actually do is we've been sending you guys emails since I think the beginning or middle of August, and we let you know that you need to go in and update your CareerBridge programs. And then what we do is we take your CareerBridge programs and we actually suck them over and drop them into the student data portal. So if your programs don't match what is on CareerBridge, then you're going to run into some issues. And that was one of the issues that I was talking about that might hold you up. So it's in your best interest to go update those programs before you have to deal with us telling you that you have to go do it later. So, all right, I'm going to move on to the actual website. I'm just going to show you where to find it and how to log in, and then I am going to pretend like I am going to report my data. So, let's see. Okay, so if you go to our Workforce Board website, it's www.wtb.wa.gov. You're going to see right here on the home page under What's New that we have a link to the actual page where you can go get more information about data reporting. So you're going to click that link. So what we've got here is a page with all of the information that you'll need to report your data. So at the bottom, we've got sort of the things that I just ran over about, when you need to report, what you're reporting. And so we've got all that on there. And then I've got the webinar information, of course. And then over here on the right-hand side in this gray box are going to be a bunch of different links, and hopefully you have some of this already, but if you're new, this should really help you out. The first link we've got in here is the authorization form. So if you are maybe a school that's never reported before, or you are a person at a school that has reported before, but you yourself have not reported before, we need you to fill one of these out and send it back to us. So you'll fill out your school name and your name, and then down here you will fill out the name of whoever is authorizing you to report data on behalf of your school. And then we do need you to actually hand sign it. So if you could maybe, you can either type to fill everything else in, print it and sign it, or you can just handwrite everything in. I don't care either way. I'm the one that gets the form back. So whatever you want to do is fine with me. We just need to make sure you actually sign it. And then you can mail it back to us, but I would prefer if you scanned it back into your computer and emailed it to us. It goes to, you'll send it back to our data reporting box, and there are several of us checking that box. So once we get that back from you, we will go add you as a user into the student data portal, and then you should get a link from us with a temporary password, and that password will allow you to log in, and then you can change your password to whatever you want. So that's one thing that's up there. The next thing is the user guide. Hopefully you won't need the user guide after this webinar. And also, just so you know, I will be posting this webinar. I'm recording it right now, and I will be posting it back online. So if you need to go back to a certain part or need help with something specific, you can always go relook at this or just contact us. But this is just a big, long user guide that will walk you step by step through the reporting system. This right here, Start the Spreadsheet, is our lovely spreadsheet that you actually have to enter the information onto. So you can see from looking at it, this is all the information that we need you to report about your students. So I'll let you guys take a look at that. But the spreadsheet is the same as last year, except it's orange. So big, exciting change there. Some of the boxes are blank. Some, if you click on them, they will give you some sort of directions. So like this, we need all the social security numbers with no dashes. And if you actually try to write a number down with a dash, it won't let you. So hopefully we've kind of done the spreadsheet a little bit so that that you'll be able to do it without having a lot of errors. And then some of these boxes have a drop-down menu on it. So unfortunately, we're still trying to work out a little bit of the kinks about one little issue on the spreadsheet. So sometimes it'll have this drop-down box and you won't be able to see all of it. Like, I think there are 9 different options for this. But if your computer is set on a bigger display size than the smallest one, for some reason they don't all come up. But if you look at the drop-down menu, there's 9 of them. So we actually have, I'm going to go back to the website real quick. Right below the spreadsheet, there's a get the codes you need to know. There's a code sheet right here. And if you open the code sheet, it tells you exactly what you need to enter in each box. And so, like, it'll show you every single code that you need for the spreadsheet. So I would recommend having both of those open. I am working on fixing the boxes right now, but I'm not 100% sure what's going on. So hopefully I'll be able to have it ready for you guys next week. It was working last year, and all of a sudden it just stopped working this year. So still working on it, but if you need that other code sheet, it's also on the website for you. So let's see. Once you have got all of those things, you are ready to go to the actual data portal. So you're going to click on this big link right here in this green box that says connect to the student data portal. I think if you tried to log in right now, you'd be able to log in, but you won't be able to upload anything until September 6th. So do not bother trying. Okay, so we have got this first page right here. And if you don't know if you have an account, the only way to know is you'll just have to contact us. And I guess if your email doesn't work, then you know you don't have an account. But if you aren't sure who has access to report at your school, feel free to give us a call and we can easily look that up for you. So you are going to enter your email and password in there. We don't have a list of everybody's passwords on hand, so if you forgot your password, you're going to click right here on forgot your password, and then you are going to enter your email into the email box and hit reset password. Just as a side note, please make sure that you give it a couple of minutes before trying to hit the reset password button again. I think last year we had some problems where people would hit it and then only wait for a few seconds and they didn't get an email, and then they try to hit it again. If you hit it too many times, it will actually lock your account, and then you will have to contact us to get your account unlocked. So make sure if you do hit reset password that you just wait for a couple minutes before you try it again. Okay, so I remember my password, I think. So I am going to log on. Hopefully I remember my own password. Okay. Oh, good, I remembered it. Okay, so when you log in, this is the screen that you're going to see. So you want to make sure that your school is up here. If your school's name is not up there, you've done something wrong. If you have multiple schools or multiple different, not locations, but if you have multiple schools, I believe that a drop-down menu comes up there where you can select the school that you are needing to report for. So here you will see all these links are right here, and they're also on the side of the page. So you can get everywhere two different ways in this system. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to click on this step 1, view your programs, and you're going to want to look at all of the programs that need to be included in your report. So these are all the programs that I have loaded into CareerBridge. And just as another side note, if you're a private career school, these programs need to match what's on CareerBridge, and they also need to match what's on your license. Like I said before, this is a hiccup. If they don't match what's on CareerBridge, then you have to go back and update CareerBridge, and then sometimes you even have to go a step further and work with the program specialists in the private career schools unit to fix the program on your license first. So it can be a process if you don't have things done in the correct order. But these are the programs that I will need to report on. So now that I know that, I'm going to go back to data reporting steps. And then step 2, you're going to click on this, view your continuing students. So these are the people, I don't think I have any, but if you had some there, these would be the people that they were in your program before and they are still in your program. Like if you have a longer program than a year, then it would show you all the students that you reported last year as continuing students. And so you'll also need to report on those students, and you'll have to let us know if they completed this year or if they left or whatever they did. We want to know what they did this year too. So I think normally in this box, and I don't see it right now.
Just change the year.
Oh, that would be Randy. He knows everything, so I'm glad he's here. Okay, so these were my continuing students last year. So you can hit this little export button, and it will actually export all of these people to a spreadsheet for you. So it will, it'll put them in the spreadsheet for you, and so all you have to do is go over here and finish entering in, what was their exit date, or what they did, but the rest of the information will already be filled out for you. So hopefully that will help you get a jump start on that, and then you'll just go right here and enter in the rest of your students under this. So just as another side note, don't forget, if you download this spreadsheet from the website or you're downloading it from the continuing education section, make sure that you're going to File, Save As, and you're saving it on your computer somewhere. I had some people last year who were working on it, and they had everything done, and they didn't save it anywhere, and it was really, really sad for them because they had to go start all over again. So I don't want that to happen to any of you. So please remember to save it somewhere on your computer so that you can upload it. Okay, so once you've checked if you have any continuing students, then you're going to go back to data reporting steps. And this view instructions, again, that's just it's another link to that big user guide that I talked about that should walk you step by step through how to use the portal if you didn't figure it out from this webinar or you just need more help. So once you've looked at all of those, you are actually going to start your report. So you click down here on Start Your Report. Can I upload it from last year? Or can I pretend to do it for last year? Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to pretend it's last year, and oh no, my report is 306 days overdue, which means I would not have gotten my license renewed. It would be very sad. Okay, so there are two different ways to report your student data. You can pick either option. If you have a lot of students, I would say if you have more than just a few students, I would strongly encourage doing the way with this Excel spreadsheet. I think it's easier, and you know, if you've got this program and you've got 20 students that have taken this program, you can just drag the little corner down and fill them all in like that instead of having to retype the same information for several different programs. So I would strongly encourage that if you have more than a few students. If you want, you can do this online student entry form, and I will click on that. It shows you have to add the students one at a time. So, you know, it'll give you a drop-down menu, and you will have to enter all of the information about your student here, and then you'll click this little button that says Save and Add Another, and it'll let you go to a new student. But like I said, I would only do this if you have a few students. Otherwise, I think it's probably more work than you probably want to have. So, okay, let's see. I'm going to click back. How do I get back to where I was? Oh, start your report. Okay. So if you chose the other way and you are uploading an Excel template, you will fill out all of the information on the template, which you can download here also. It was on our other website, and it's also right here if you need it. So after you're all done, you're going to click Upload Excel File, and then you're going to choose your file. And I am going to upload one of mine. So you click and find your file, and you can hit Upload Data. All right, and it uploaded my records. Sometimes if you if you don't have all the information correctly in here, it will give you an error message. And let's see if I can get it to do it with my other spreadsheet. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. So it says some invalid data was found in the Excel spreadsheet. So this means that there's something wrong with my spreadsheet, and I need to go back and fix all of the errors in it before I try to upload it again. Lucky for you, there's a list right here. If you click on this View All Report Errors, it'll actually show you. Okay, so this is a big one right here. This error, this must be exact match of information on your programs page. So whatever you type in these first three boxes over here, location, program title, and program award, they have to exactly match, let's see if I can get it over here, what is on your programs page. So I can look and see, okay, I can kind of look and make sure I've got all this right. And it's very, very, very picky. If you have a lowercase letter where there's supposed to be a capital letter, it will not accept your spreadsheet. So it looks like, let's see, let me go back to where I was before. Okay, so I can look in row 3 and see, okay, the programs page says certificate, and I put certificate of completion, so I'll need to go in and delete of completion. And that happens a lot, so I really, really do. I think that these 3 columns are the columns that people have the hardest time with. So make sure that you're going to this Your Programs page and double checking that the programs on your spreadsheet are matching the programs that we have listed in this portal. And then it looks like my other error was a birth date. Let's see, row 4. So, birth date. Oh, so I forgot to enter a birth date. So this is another one. If you don't have their birth date, it'll tell you right here you need to enter 1/1/9999. I don't know why. It's just the way our system is coded that it has to have something inside the spreadsheet to be able to accept it. So yeah, so once you fixed all those errors, then you can go back. It's right here. You can upload a new copy, and then you will choose the file, and you will upload your data. So after you do that, it'll take you back to this page. Oh, wrong one, sorry. It'll take you back to this page. This is one thing that I should have mentioned much earlier, but if you have no students at all for your entire school, then you need to come on here and you'll skip all this stuff, and you will jump right down here to step 5, and you will pick a reason why you have no students, and you can type more in this box right here and hit certify no students. But if you have, after you upload your template, you'll need to go to this page, and you will hit certify and submit your report. And so as you can see, well, I didn't actually upload my report, but if you had programs that you didn't report on because you had no students, it'll show up here, and it'll show you all of the programs that you listed with no students, and you have to provide us with a reason why you didn't have any students for the program. So you'll click this little pencil here, and you will have to select a reason, and then you can type in a further explanation and hit save. And so once all these red things are gone, and you don't have any errors, it'll show you in this box that you have no, I don't remember exactly what it says, but it'll say something like, you have no errors in your report. And once it tells you you have no errors, the very, very last thing you're going to do is you are going to go down to the bottom here, and you are going to check the box that say, I certify this report is correct, and you are going to hit submit report, and it will give you a confirmation that your report has been submitted. And that is all you have to do. If we have problems with your report, as long as it tells you congratulations, your report has been submitted, then you're good on our end, or you're good on your end. If we need more information from you, then we will come back and ask you for more information. One thing that I did not mention earlier was that we do require you to ask your students for their social security numbers. If you need help with that, we've got some sample language that we can provide that sort of better helps you explain to your students why why we are requesting those numbers. I will tell you, if you don't report any Social Security numbers to us, we will be contacting you. The students don't have to report them, but we really would like it if they did. We take all of their Social Security numbers and we do a wage match with the Employment Security Department. We match it with their unemployment insurance benefits, and that's how we look and see sort of where they've gone, how much money they're making, if they're employed or not. So if we don't have any of that data, we can't really evaluate your programs at all, and it can cause some problems for you in regard to remaining on the ETP list. So that is about, let's see. Oh, also, this is one more thing. This training provider button at the top, if you click on training provider, you can see your school name. If I had a license number, I think it would be in here. And then over here, you can see your different locations. You can see, again, your list of programs. And you can also see the contacts for your school. So you can look and see who else is able to report for your school. And if you happen to go in there and you notice that there's a contact in there that doesn't work there anymore, or you don't want them to be reporting data anymore, please let us know, and we can, you can edit your info from here, but you won't be able to remove them. We'll have to remove them. So if there's somebody in there you need removed, just let us know, and we're happy to go remove them from inside of your system for you. I'm looking around the table if there's anything that I missed that anybody noticed. By the way, you can't see us, but there's several people in this room. I'm just the only one talking. So with that, I think that's about an overview of how the system works and sort of how you get in and report your data. We are always here to answer any questions you have. As you saw from that picture, there are multiple people that can help you. So we're always happy to help. If you need us, there's a contact us link on the bottom. It's right here. So you can email us or give us a call, and you will get a hold of one of us. Okay, so you can start typing your questions. I'm going to try to make my box a little bigger so I can actually read them, and then hopefully we can get some of them answered for you. If you have a question about your specific school, please let us know, not in here. But let's see if I can answer these general questions. Okay, so Randy might need to help me answer these. Do we report on students who are auditing the program?
I think they need to be enrolled to be reportable because we're mainly looking at enrollment and outcomes.
Okay.
So if they're just auditing the class, you don't need to report them.
Okay. Sharon wants to know, I thought that every location needed to be a unique private career school. Is that more of a licensing question?
It does. Each location does have to be its own school.
Okay.
Unless it's an auxiliary location where they're just doing what kind of school is it? What school is it?
Sharon, what school are you from? So we can better answer your question. Sharon, are you still here? I'm going to unmute everybody. So hopefully we can hear you talk. Sharon, can you hear me? Are you there? I don't think Sharon wants to talk. Oh, she did? Okay. Sunrise Caregiver Training. Kamala,
So those are auxiliary locations that you're probably talking about where you're doing your clinicals. Those aren't considered locations of schools. Just where you have your auxiliary location is off of your license for that one location. But if you're running classes out of multiple areas, you have to have each one of those locations licensed. Not your, where you do your clinicals, your clinical work for your nursing assistant courses, that is a separate license, a separate auxiliary license, where you pay the $25 a year. Does that answer your question?
Okay.
And just to clarify, this flows through CareerBridge. So if you make a change to your license and then change CareerBridge, that's when it will flow into the student data portal, and then you'll have to report on that particular location. But it's basically a licensing issue whether the location is a separate school or a auxiliary.
okay. Let's see. Do we report students that are non-matriculating? Well,
I'm not
What?
sure. If they're enrolled in the class, then you should report them. So I think the only other exemption is fully employer paid, or if they're not enrolled in the class.
okay. Let's see. Okay. Karen wants to know if there's specific data that is there specific data that is or is not required. For example, you said the social security number is required, but what about gender?
So on the spreadsheet, when you click in the cells, it'll say whether it's absolutely required or not. The only exception to that is the name. It doesn't bring up any box for the name, and we definitely need the name of the student. But other than that, the major codes are their exit status, their entry date, their exit date if they exited, the program name, location, and award type are definitely required for each line. And then other than that, just check the spreadsheet. Basically, nothing else is required on the specific student. So.
But please do report as much information as you can possibly give us.
Yes, we do want you to ask the students all these details and then report it to us. It's important for us making these statistical summaries about the schools.
Okay. If a student does not enter social security numbers, is there a placeholder we can enter, like with the birthday field?
I'll leave it blank.
That was easy. Just leave it blank. Okay. If we're reporting multiple programs on one spreadsheet, which you will, by the way, you will only upload one spreadsheet to the the student data portal. So if you have 30 programs, all of your 30 programs will come in reported on that one spreadsheet. Any preference of organization? Should it be alpha order by student, then by program?
The order doesn't matter at all. You do have to exactly match those program lists for the location, a program name, and award type. But other than that, there's no order, no specific order at all.
Yeah, so do whatever you want. Get a little crazy. Okay. Do you put in zeros for social security numbers if the student does not have one? No, please just leave it blank. Is the exit date based on instruction or completion of program requirements?
So either one you choose. Usually we consider it the end of instruction, but it's whatever date you consider them completed or exiting without completion.
Okay, did I get everybody's questions, or does anybody have any more? I'll give you a few here to type if you have more questions.
Social security number starts with a 0. Wasn't that an issue last year?
It's not an issue anymore. The question was about whether a social security number, if it starts with a 0, you could just type in those numbers without the leading 0 if you want, or type it in with the leading zero as text. The only thing is that Excel tends to convert those into numbers without a leading zero, but we should have fixed that on our current spreadsheet. In any case, whatever you upload, if there's not a leading zero, like we'll add one. There's up to 2 leading zeros on a social security number.
Okay. Is enrollment by start date or enrollment date? Well, I think we want, let's look at the spreadsheet. Yeah, I think when we ask for start date, we want the date that they started the program, correct?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Does anybody have any other questions? Jessica, yes, I can definitely send out an email with a link.
More importantly, you could look at that page on our website, wtb.wa.gov. On the data reporting page, it will show up on that box on the right-hand side.
Yeah, actually, how about this? Since I don't have, I'm not 100% sure how to save the list of all the people that were here. I will post it on that page. And if you, Jessica, if you send me an email into that data reporting box, it's data reporting at wtb.wa.gov. I will email it to you, and then I will try to figure out how to get it to you. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna post it maybe over here somewhere. These are last year's webinars, but I will replace them with this year's now that there is one this year. That is. Oh, you didn't hear the answer to Jennifer's question. What was Jennifer's question? Oh, is enrollment by start date or enrollment date? And it's by start date. It's the date they started the program. And then, let's see. Karen just went to the link, but she doesn't see the login. Is she missing something? That is a good question, Karen.
Found it.
Oh, you found it? Oh, good. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to go back up and read the chat, and then I keep missing when people send something new. Great. Does anybody else have any more questions? Of course, if you think of a question later or when you start filling out your spreadsheets, which, by the way, you can start filling out your spreadsheet now. Like if you go to this web page that's on my screen, you can download the spreadsheet and start filling it out now. You don't have to wait to do that until the 6th. You just have to wait to log in and upload it until the 6th. But if you have any questions between now and the end of the data reporting period, feel free to call us. We're happy to help. We're glad to be here. So thank you everybody for coming, and I hope you guys all have a great day, and we are looking forward to getting your data very soon. Okay.